Good morning and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E552, a 1961D original wrapped roll. How is everybody doing today? Beautiful day here in Southwest Florida, sunny and 75 degrees at noon. Hope all is going well and you're having a wonderful weekend. The holidays are about over, so hopefully everybody got everything they wanted. Paul Adams, good morning. Go ahead and start peeling this. And we will get this roll going. Whoa. Got them out of their confinement. You are very welcome, Paul. I'm glad you received them. DW, welcome. How are you? We will go ahead and get this show rolling. I will be doing, I think it's a 55D roll tomorrow. I'm not sure. Either that or a 71P. I'm not sure which one comes up next, but I'll be doing one tomorrow. We are going to look at the first 10 reverses on this. There's no real prominent doubled dies known. There is a master doubled die, and I think Wexler has one doubled die reverse listed. I do go over them again, so never fear. I do my best not to miss anything. Coin number 2 for Jim. Sloppy Stacks, good to see ya. How have things been? Little die chip on the left base. Die chip on column 12 and the right cornice. A little die crack starting to head to the R also. Anybody have any big plans going for the weekends? And does anybody have any requests for future roll reveals? All right, Merc Ender on a dime roll. We can't go wrong with that. Yeah, I might be getting another box of cents. My banker lady next door said that there's a possibility this week. And that would make me happy. So far, no double dies. You know what? There is a double die obverse now that I think about it that I remember listing. And it is right on the base of the L. One of those little bar L's, a very minor one. Coin number 5, Shinbone. Is that? That is a doubled Harper, doubled mint mark, RPM. See it right there. We will see what one it is. go through this list. Let me get it. Definitely a maybe. Not for sure, not that one. Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can find something here. Look at some reverse. Definitely not that one. Let's see if we can find any mid-state markers. No, that's got those too. So let's just see if we can find some. Oh, right there maybe. I'm going with a yes. And this is kind of a tough one to find. 1mm22. There's see the die crack right there. I'm not sure what I'm looking at there. Crack runs from the lower right cornice through the length of column 12. Okay. Maybe, but it is 21 or 22 for sure. That marker's there. I can't believe that's not listed. Let me go through. Just to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Nope, I didn't. So 22. Does it have a split serif? Wait a minute. I didn't see the serif. That is not 22. Boy, it has the right die crack and everything. So maybe, let's continue looking. Sure does look like, 20. I think it was 80, 35. Oh, there it is. 1mm35 for shin bone. Robert Bruce, welcome. Kurt Pierce, how are you today? So our first RPM in the roll is 1mm35. I've got to make this a bit smaller. Let's see here. Let me look at this. How to install a breaker box on a 12-volt inverter. I'm not sure. An electrician, I am not. But I would venture to say there is a YouTube video out there for that. I would be shocked if there wasn't. I forget what it was. We were at my friend's house. He was putting up a fence yesterday and my compressor broke, and there was a YouTube video on that. What part to order, and I probably won't order it, being that buying a new compressor is almost the same price as buying a part for a 25-year-old compressor that they still make the same model. So I decided against the part, but there was a video said if you want to fix it, this is what you do, this is what's causing it. And it probably was, because I've used it for years and years and years, and I'm not a big one to open the valve and empty the water out, so the little switch gets contaminated and then it won't trip the compressor off at 140 psi. So I was a nice guy and sat next to the compressor and turned it on at 80, turned it off at 140. Coin number 10, Mike Ash. One that we've seen. Carl, welcome to the show. Good to see ya. Happy New Year. We have found one RPM 35 in the roll so far. And this is the fourth one of these with the weird die scratches through the 1.9. Coin 12, Paul Hampton. Another one. Oh, that's a different one. Slightly different die scratches between the bust and one. So we will look at the reverse on this one. That's the problem. That's like there's so many silver videos right now that are AI generated. It's just awful. But one of the AI ones that I started watching, he did have a valid point, and it was true, but most of the stuff's just random garbage. Silver and precious metals are going back up again. I think that the 29th of December, and that was the day that we had talked on Frostbite's channel. I don't know if we said it out loud or if it was something that me and him talked about that I was telling him about. That's when the futures and all that stuff come due. And I guess there was a somebody who was hedging it that they had to pay their margins, and they had a lot of silver to sell. That being said, it's recovering. I think last time I looked at it, it was like 75.50 or something like that. So the big collapse that a lot of people thought was happening, I mean, while there's been some big 10% drops, there hasn't been an outright collapse. We have found one RPM 35, Mark. A D over D East. How are you today? Hope you're enjoying. We've seen this die pair. Probably 60% of the coins have been, they're a little struck through by the S, have been from this particular die pair. Prepping classes, so no fun. Oh. Next coin, Mickey. There's the same one again. I'm making a big pot of chicken noodle soup right now. Me and the wife are going to sit home and have a bowl of soup and just kind of hang out. The same die pair again. Wow, hope we get a few of the other die pairs. Next coin, Evolution. And the same die pair again. Wow. Let me wet my whistle here real quick. Actually, this is one of the other die pairs, but it is one we have seen. I might, Carl. How do you feel about that? I know the Mark don't like nickels. There's a couple people I know that are not into nickels, but many people have been asking for them. So I might do that. The problem I have, and this is another thing, is I can only identify what there is already listed. I can't identify something and put a copper coins number on it. I know in my next reveal show I do plan on doing that 72p mini bag. There's a 1mm35, and we will you can see it right here for those that just joined, right down the middle, and you can kind of see it right there. And then you can tell because there's a big die scratch between the F and A of America. So Carl gets a 1mm35. But I can't guarantee the condition on those coins. I've opened 4 of the bags. This is the only one I have left, and one of the bags was crusty. But that will be a reveal. You can get as many spots as you want in it. That will be not next week, but the following Monday, I think the 14th, 12th, maybe the 12th. Sent a bunch of packages out this morning. I think they went to Doug, Steve A., Stan, Taco John, and Sissy. Working on Dirty Waters right now. And Mickey's and Paul Hampton's. I might be able to do that. I've got a lot of nickel rolls, Kurt. I've probably got over 1,000 bank wrap nickel rolls from 1938 up. I shouldn't say bank wrapped because the ones prior to 52, I think every one is in a tube. Lots of 55 and up bank wrap stuff though. Yeah, I've got a lot of rolls. Dirty water. When I had my business, I would buy all the change everybody had, no matter what. So they didn't have to make 2 trips. I just thought it was a good business model. So when they come in, a lot of it I'd say, hey, I'll pay you whatever the count is. And then like bank wrap penny rolls and stuff like that, I paid them whatever gray sheet was on it. Same with the nickel rolls, but at that time they weren't real expensive. All right, that's got a little bit of a funny shape and it's a different die pair, so I knew it. Get a better look at this. See if we can't find this one. And we will start from the rear of the pack. Shouldn't be terribly hard to find, being that it's this close to the 9. That is, if it's listed. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me look at the other die pair. Oh, that's there. Oh, this will be an easy one to tell. And there it is. It is 1mm103. Copy of 1mm103 for Sissy. What'd you miss? We found 2 1mm35, which is RPM 35, and then a 1mm103, which I don't see a cross-reference listed for that one. Well, I'll see what I can do to do one. And this, I believe it is a 1mm35. Just in time, Kurt. And we'll verify that. I think it is. That looks a little different. We'll verify it to see. It is. There's the little die scratch between the F and the A. Next coin, Taco John. And he gets one of the die pairs that have been, there's 2 of them that have the southeast die scratches, light southeast die scratches through the date. One has a concentric die scratch there, and the other one has a little, there it is, scratch at the bottom of the L. We'll be doing a reveal about the same time tomorrow. I'm not sure which one is next. This might be something. I know there's one like this in 1960. I don't know if we have any like this in 61. There might be. Let me start at the rear. I'm seeing is this little nub right here. run through. So far, that is one of them, but that is not this one. I don't see anything like it. Let me take a peek, make sure I'm seeing what I'm seeing here. See that little nipple? I'm going to hold this aside and do a little more research on it. AG, welcome. How's it going? It's going good. We are finding RPM 35 and 1mm 103 in the roll. In this die pair, next coin, the coin vault. And he gets one of those. Ah, where are you traveling to, AG? Anywhere nice? Coin 34, Evolution. See what we can get, Brent. See, the same two dies. They almost look alike. $15 coins remaining. Lots of stuff going on in the world this weekend. We got our government went and got Nicolas Maduro. I do like how they always do that after the market closes. Wonder if it has less effect if it does it after the market closes and they wait till it opens back up on Monday. Wonder if there's any data to quantify anything regarding that. Coin 38, Shinbone. You have a great day too, AG. Coin 39, Mark. Coin 41, Carrie. Back this down a little bit. Decent roll. I like it when they have the first 70 RPMs in the roll. Next coin, Dan. Haven't heard from Dan today. I wonder if he's out there lurking, not talking. Coin 42 for Stan. Anybody got any big plans going on this weekend? I need to start getting ready for the fun show coming up. At least start scoping out the weather, make sure it's going to actually be warm enough. Coin 44, Doug. It's twice a year, Carl. It's a good show to go to. There's usually not a lot of stuff like rolls. And depending, I'm kind of curious how it'll be with the way silver is. Like when silver was really volatile the last time, there wasn't a lot of Lincoln Cents available. I mean, it was what people had in their general boxes that they brought for people to look through. Most everybody brought their silver. Oh, I can do that. You just look up summer fun on Google, and it'll be the first thing in the list. It's Florida United Numismatics, I think. Here, I'll put the link in. I'll get a link for you right now. Let me see here. There you go. And then there's one that's usually, I believe it's always the week after the 4th of July, but it's always the second weekend in January and the second weekend in July. Next coin, Taco John. But there's a lot of great dealers there. There's error and variety dealers that are there. There's always like Charme and Brian Rains and a few others. And then there's a lot of volume dealers. So no matter what you're into, there's a dealer there for you. There's wholesale dealers. I mean, it's crazy. There's a lot of dealers that you go to their table, and if you don't know them, they don't want you there. They're looking for other dealers to sit down and just trade with, which is kind of weird to me. But that's how they do it, and they do well as far as I know. Alrighty, final coin in the roll. Tomorrow, about the same time, I will be doing a reveal. I'm not sure if I'm doing the 55 or the 71, but it'll be one or the other. So sometime just after noon tomorrow. I'm not sure if Frostbite's doing a stream tomorrow. If I don't see you there, I will see you all in the neighborhood. You guys have a wonderful day.